What's up, fandoms? It's me, Bash of Bash and Brains.
And me, Mr. Dark Light here.
And today we got 2012 was Cabin in the Woods. So we can start off with let's go. Okay, first off, one of the characters you notice Mr. Doback from Step Brothers.
And Steve.
And they're in the break with Steve, and they're in the break room and chilling. We're waiting for Dale to call.
Yeah, for real. We're waiting for Dale to call. Let his dad know that it's Taco Tuesday. Tacos and titties.
Dude, we're supposed to get tacos and hookers.
Tacos and hookers.
And
it doesn't happen though. Trust me, guys. That there's no Dale name or anything. Sadly, I wish they did.
It would have been so funny.
Especially the comedic stuff that happens here. I know a lot of people don't like horror comedies kind of way.
Yeah.
But I'll mind it if you still focus on the horror. As long as you focus on the material itself and the jokes hit right there and then, it works for me. And this movie actually did pretty good with their comedy and everything. But yeah, we want to start out what happens after the whole getting together to start their projects.
Yeah, you get Mr. Doback. My thing is I want to go. So the beginning of the movie, you see Mr. Doback from Step Brothers, and then what I said was like, is this a reference of where he works?
Yeah.
Because he's wearing a suit, and I was like, wait. In Step Brothers, he was wearing a suit. He was working at a sophisticated job, like a white collar job.
Yeah.
So cutting to they go into their lab. They're talking about all this lab mumbo jumbo, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? I was like, this is supposed to be Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
After that, we cut to basically Dana.
Dana's getting ready for her trip.
But she's in her underwear by an open window.
Open window, so everyone can see, I guess. I was like, she doesn't give care to the world. She's all getting ready. I think, I always forget. We were just talking about the mom. Jules comes out. She's like, hey, do you like my new look? She's like, oh my god, you dyed your hair. Like, so it's like kind of funny because later on what happens later when Mr. Dorbat talks about what happens. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I dyed my hair. And then she looks at Dana's art.
From the professor.
Yeah, I was the professor, her ex. Of course, they had to put that there. I was like, the typical professor dating a student. And she's like, you know what you need to do? And she tears it out. She's like tearing that, throws it in there. And I guess that's when Kirk comes in, the boyfriend of Jules, and he's throwing a football. He's like, catch! It falls out, and I guess Holden grabs it, and the car is like right there. Some guy's like, oh,
man, get the fuck out of the way!
Stupid college kids. He drives off, and I guess like Kirk was like, oh, you should not be reading these kind of books. Like, this is not sophisticated. Like, if anything, you want to piss off your professor, your ex, here, read this book.
Read this book.
Reed tells a lot what kind of character Kurt is in this movie right away and out of the book before we get to more into the movie. Yeah. But yeah, basically it's like Kirk and his friends are gonna go to the cabins because his cousin bought a cabin. And that's where they're going to spend, I guess, their summer break. I think it's their summer break. They're spending their summer break there.
Summer break from college. And one of the things is, okay, so they stop at along the way, they stop at a gas station. Has really, the hills have eyes?
Yeah, it feels like
Mr. Darklight brought it up that it felt like really the hills have eyes kind of feel.
It did. The gas station and everything, the creepy, it's all broke down and then the gas.
And Holden goes in there and he
forgot to talk about Marty though. We forgot when Marty comes.
Oh, when Marty pulls up before they leave.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Rewind. No, you're good. Rewind.
Rewind.
I know.
Marty pulls up in his Volvo with the freaking bong thermos. Driving and smoking a big ass bong.
Yeah.
And basically? I was like, dude, is this? I was like, I didn't later think of it. I was like, is this Shaggy?
For real.
Fucking collapses it.
Traps it.
He's like, boom. He's like, nobody's gonna pull me over because they're gonna fear a guy with a gigantic bong.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was freaking hilarious.
Marty's probably one of my favorite characters in this movie.
Dude, every second of the movie he was smoking.
For real, bro, nonstop.
Like, dude, he was like on the road to the gas station. He was rolling up joints.
Rolling up joints, ready for his vacation.
Dude, he was getting ready, man.
Yeah, he was ready for his. He was ready for his vacations, man. But yeah, they're talking about. I guess they're talking about just Marty's talking about conspiracies and all that while they're driving.
Yeah.
So you can really tell what kind of character he is.
Jules is getting annoyed. She's like, "Are you talking about the government again?"
He's like, oh yeah, he was like, yeah, of course, like, you know, like all about the government and this and that, and so on and so on. I forgot what he said about the government, but he said something about how the government likes to trick people and this and that and here and there. It was funny. I started laughing. Then we got to the gas. Now we're in the gas station.
Horton goes in. Gas station clerk comes out. He's like, "I've been here since the war." Was it Jules asked, "What war?" He's like, "You know what goddamn war I've been since." And was it Marty from defending his friend says, "Was it the blues and the grays?" Basically Civil War reference.
For the blues and the grays.
He's like, "Don't give me no sass." And he's like, "Hey, I'm just defending my friend since you were so rude to her." Oh, that whore.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
The boyfriend got mad. Kurt got really pissed about that.
I thought he was gonna knock the shit out of him. I was waiting for him.
They were like, Kurt basically just throws the money at him because he's like, yeah, fuck this dude. And then they leave. They go to the cabin. Nice cabin. Straight up, when they get into the cabin, I thought they were in the Evil Dead. The Evil Dead cabin.
The one from
the layout. Like even the kitchen too, the fridge, the fireplace, everything, bro. Everything was
like
there.
Evil Dead. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And it was like
the reboot one, not the old one, the reboot one. The one that I think around that time, actually. Yeah. That Evil Dead came out around 2011, 2012. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, pay attention to the details. Like you'll see some things and references.
Oh, you see a lot of references in this movie.
It's freaking hilarious. I mean, one is like, okay, so after that they get to the cabin. They're
settling down.
They're settling down, but they take off the painting.
Holland takes down the painting because he was like, oh, okay, and he takes it down because he didn't like looking at it so well until he sees He
sees, I think it was Dana.
He sees Dana dressing out because it's like a two-way mirror. Like only he can see her and she can't see him, and she's taking it off. He's like, oh, I should go tell her. He goes
just started watching for a little bit.
He was like, no, I can't be doing that. He's like, he goes in and that's.
And then he's like, okay, I gotta. He starts knocking on the mirror. Was it basically like, oh, hey. Yeah. And she starts freaking out and they show, but afterwards, they swap rooms. Dana puts the painting up and she also looks
I like how Dana tells him, oh, at least you're not a creep. I was like, oh,
I mean,
trust me. I was
he was in the peeping Tom mirror for a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, if he didn't get caught, if he closed that door and he maybe looked for a little bit, then yeah, but nah, he felt like, nah. He's like, nah, I need to go tell him before I get caught or something.
Yeah, I was also gonna say it's like the other thing okay, the very gruesome painting, but which I didn't think of, gave a lot of hints. It
gives a lot of details of what's gonna be happening in this movie.
It was a goat being sacrificed.
A cow being dismembered. There was like a dog.
Yeah.
There was a dog chewing the skin.
And then there was this black figure standing in the background.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
That picture really foreshadows what's going to happen in this film later on.
The thing is, like, so to understand the movie, was basically ritual sacrifice. Mm-hmm. It's a sacrifice. And I did not know until midway in the movie. But moving along with after a night,
we can talk about that later on, but yeah. Go ahead.
After a night of drinking, and so before the drinking? Okay, hold on. They go to the base of the cellar, and they find all this old stuff down there.
Yeah.
And they find a diary,
a necklace.
The necklace.
The puzzle.
Yeah.
The puzzle comes out way later.
You'll see that reference later on.
The doll masses comes out way later in the movie. Like everything that you see in this Vegas is gonna come way there in this movie.
And not only that, it's like Dana picks up the book, the diary.
She's reading the diary.
It. As soon as she reads it, reads what's in Latin.
Yeah.
Boom.
Martin's like, don't
triggers.
be the lion.
He was right though because
Yeah.
she triggered the zombies, but
The redneck zombies. By the way, we gotta go specific because when we go back to the
Redneck
lab, when we go back to the lab, you know,
it's like, well, so you had zombies. This was more specific. Sorry, maybe
There
next
was,
time
like-
they were
there was, like-
putting bets already.
yeah,
So
we could talk about that. So we go back to the lab, and they're already making bets. And I guess the secret, I guess like the new guy, he's like wondering like what, like you guys are making bets on people's like deaths and all that. That's kind of messed up. And the scientist is like, yeah, it's kind of harsh, but you know that's how they cope for death. But then later on, like later on when they're like giving out the money, she gets them the money too because she makes bets as well.
yeah, I was gonna say it was like, and not only that, it was like there's like this whole chart of different like zombies,
Merman,
redneck zombies,
unicorn.
unicorn. I was like, okay. It was like just to give you an idea. Oh,
werewolves,
ghosts. I was like, just just to throw out a few of them. But
every mythical thing you think of is in that board.
It was a lot of them, but so after that was it? She already summoned. She basically triggered the zombies, and then after that they have a night of drinking, truth and dare. Kurt and
Jules.
They go out to the woods.
They go out of the woods, yeah.
And what is it? I keep saying Mr. Doback. I know he's not Mr. Doback.
I know it's not Mr. Doback, but we're gonna call him Mr. Doback because
it's
we know
funny.
It's funny how it goes. This movie's really like really funny. I like it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's really hilarious. You gotta check out the movie. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
He's like, okay, release the pheromones. And he gets them all excited.
He's like, release the sexual hormones.
Yeah, and he's like, get some going and everything.
And she was like complaining how dark it is, and she wants to go inside. So they brightened up the woods.
They turn up the light in the woods, and they basically shine a light on spot. Like, hey, have sex right here.
Have sex right here. And then Mr. Durba's like, where's? She's like, all right. Cues the boobies, the titties. He's like, cues the booby.
And they're just watching and everything.
All the guys are staring because they're waiting for it. All the scientist guys are like just staring.
Kurt looked like he was eating out Jules, honestly, because he went down further.
Yeah.
And all you see is Mr. Doback. You see Mr. Doback and Steve.
They're like
this. Dude, Mr. Doback's like this.
No facial at all, bro. They're like
stern.
This stern. They're like
a still cow. I was like just.
They're trying to be professional. They're trying to be professional at this point. And then that's when he says, "I'll choose the boobies." And then she finally takes it out. The guys are like, "Yeah!"
Yeah, and then they're like, and what is it? He's like, what is it? They're sitting all still. Score.
Yeah, score. The guy, the new guy, is like, "Is this even necessary?" And he was like, "Well, the people upstairs pay for what they want to see, so they gotta see what you gotta see." I was like, technically, this is like their horror movie, but it's like real life horror. This technically is their real life horror movie.
I was gonna say, is it like not only that, is it, dude? And then like right after like they start getting into it, she's on top, or that was it? They flip positions and she's on the bottom. Boom! Zombie
knife right in the hand. Right. It comes out of nowhere too, bro. Like no music or anything, bro. It was like she literally like did this. I guess because she's trying to like hold like her balance. Oh no,
I guess hold her balance. Well, she was like this, kind of like
orgasm. As in other words, this will be 18 and up because all the stuff we're gonna be talking in here. Well, I guess she's gonna be.
She was like this, and then her left hand got stabbed by a zombie.
Hard, dude. It was like, and then right away, like the zombie, like Kirk tackles the zombie, basically tackles that zombie.
And then he gets a knife in the neck.
Shoulder.
I thought it was the neck.
Right in the shoulder. Nah, if it was the neck, you would be dead already, bro. Right in the shoulder. And then he gets up, pulls it out, and then the guy, the big dude with the, I guess holds him down with the, where you cut the cornfields and all that. The scythe. And then the bigger dude, the bigger zombie, has the chainsaw, the two-handed chainsaw.
Yeah, the old-fashioned handsaw.
Yeah, the handsaw.
It's a double-sided handsaw, and they have tools like that, and basically cut
I think they put her in a tree too. I think they put her against a tree
and cut her head off.
Cut it because you see the blood spraying out of the tree. And I was
Oh.
like, damn, bro, that was hardcore. I was like, damn, dude,
And
that was
Kurt,
wild.
and they had Kurt watch it.
Yeah, Kurt was watching it. You think Kurt's dead, but he's not. He survives it.
And
He beats them up, and then we go back to the cabin. It's Dana and
Holden.
Holden's still reading the diary while Dana is going to get some more beer. I like how they had like a what was it? It was a
Keg.
They had a keg and all that. That was cool. Man, they were gonna have a good night. I think that would last them. I think that actually would last them a week. It was a pretty big one.
It was big. I was like, for 5 of them. I mean, unless they drink heavy.
Yeah.
But,
Marty was like, "You guys are not freaked out about what's happening here." Like
Kurt's acting strange.
he's never acted this way before. He never caught Holden an egghead, and then it's kind of weird because Kurt. He's a smart dude. Like
he's a scholar.
He's a scholar and everything.
He's not the jock.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a jock, but
he is a jock.
But he's more of a scholar.
He's not those typical jocks that you see in horror movies. Like he's pretty. And then he said like even Jules. He's like, I knew Jules for years. She never acted so, how can I say, so blondish. I think he said blondish.
I guess.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right. I was like, I guess because she was like dancing, she's like basically like
putting on striptease,
making out with the wolf head and everything.
Yeah.
We thought that wolf head was gonna eat her
by
tongue or something. I was like, they even put tense music thinking that something's gonna happen, but nothing happens. That's how they get you.
Yeah, and then
then Dana was like, come on, I know Kurt. Like she's like, oh no, I know Kurt. Kurt's like that and this and that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was like, Dana was like, you know them you met them for a while now. Like you should know how they act. I guess because I know I guess because of the smoke and everything that they put in the cabin and everywhere else.
Yeah, it was.
They had
so many different smokes.
They had shitload of smokes. Like because when Kurt comes back, they're all freaking out. They're like, "Is that your blood? Who's that?" I was like, "Where's Jules?"
And Dana's like, "Where's Jules? Was it and like you just said that? Was it? Where's Jules?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "I'm gonna go look for Jules." Opens the door.
The
big ass zombie has her head and tosses it at Dana. Dana catches the head. She's freaking out. She's like, and basically it's like, who told you to go out there?
Kurt even told you not to go out there.
Kurt told you that she's gone.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why would you go out there if you just got told that she's gone? You're like, oh, I'm going to look for her.
Yeah.
He means she's gone dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever.
They close the door. They lock the windows.
They try barricade
it, and then that's when I think this is when they're like so Kirk was telling them we need to stick together.
And then the smoke, and then he's like,
and then
Mr.
Durback was pissed. He's like, nope. He's like, no worry, I can fit. No, Steve was like, oh, damn it. And then Mr. Durback, no worry, I got this. And he like
put the smoke
up. I guess like
change
his mind. Like, oh, he has to. He was like, I think he said like, oh, typical jock on pheromones. And he was like,
he's like, here, put it back to what is it? Make him change his mind. And he changes his mind, and he makes him say, "Oh, do you know what? I think it better we split up."
Yeah.
Which was a bad idea.
Holden was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." I was like, "Dude, aren't you supposed to be smart too?" I was like, "What kind of hormones everyone's in? What kind of smoke everyone's smoking these days?"
I was gonna say, I was like, not only that, and then what is it? They're in the room. Zombies are attacking and everything.
Yeah.
Zombie attack goes on for a while.
Yeah, it goes pretty wild. They're breaking the windows, the doors. Marty is like looking like getting ready for stuff. He's like freaking out, and then he I guess he bumps into the lamp, the lamp, and then the camera comes, and then he sees the camera.
He's like, oh, I am the we are puppets. There is somebody that's the puppeteer, and he's pulling the wire.
He's all freaking out. He's like, oh, there's a reality TV show. Oh, great! My mom and dad think I'm a burnout.
And zombie gets him from the window.
Basically, they got that for Friday the 13th when Jason Voorhees grabs someone out of the window, basically like that. Drags it, gets stabbed in the back. We thought he was dead because how brutal that was, dude.
We did, because we don't see him till later on.
Because the scientists in the lab are freaking out. They're like, oh crap, he found out. And he was like, don't worry, we don't have to do anything. Look, our big guy is coming to get him.
Spoiler, if you just heard what I said, was it Marty comes back later.
Yeah, he comes out way later.
But he figured out everything. Almost everything.
Yeah.
But he realizes he's being puppeteered.
Yeah. He says puppeteer a lot in this movie, but he is being truthful about that.
Yeah.
So after Marty's death, Kirk starts running, and I guess Dana's like, hey, where's Marty? And Marty, and he was like, oh, they got him too.
They go
straight to the RV. They were pretty smart. They went straight to the RV.
They're gonna go through the tunnel.
But you see blood on the door, knowing that later on something's gonna happen.
I saw the blood on the door. I thought a zombie passed by.
Yeah.
Mr. Darklight will bring it up later.
Mm.
But when we get to they're driving.
They're driving out. They're freaking out.
They're freaking out. They're going through the tunnel. And Mr. Doback, I keep saying Mr. Doback.
We're just gonna call Mr. Doback.
But he's Mr. Doback. He's like, wait, how are they going through the tunnel? There's supposed to be an avalanche already.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be caved in.
They're freaking out. They're like, oh, the wiring's wrong. And then he starts running. He's like, move, guys, make it home.
He goes in. He gets the
wires. Wires up, blows it up. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, thank God. They're still in the tunnel, by the way. They're in the tunnel because they're freaking out. They're like really freaking out. So they get out of the tunnel, and now they're stuck because there's like a big gap. I guess there's like a big ass gap.
Yeah, it's basically a canyon.
Yeah,
it's a short canyon.
Yeah,
it's not a big canyon.
It's like, he even said like, oh, I jumped bigger holes before because he has his dirt bike in the back
of the RV.
So Dana gives him a kiss because he's like, I'm doing this for Jules. I'm doing it for her.
I'm like, well, fuck Marty, right?
Fuck
Marty.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? What happened to Marty, man? Like, Marty just died not that long ago.
my thing is like, so he jumps and they finally see it. Holden and Dana both see the invisible force field.
I want to say invisible, like shock. You know, like those like shocking wire ones, but you could tell this was like a wall.
It was a force field, basically.
Force field.
And he falls all the way down. He's getting electrocuted by the wall.
Oh, by the way, when they're dying, their blood is going into this stone
wall.
This stone wall. Like every time that the science they will like pull the lever, it's because they're dropping the blood into the walls for the sacrifice. Yes, there's a sacrifice.
What I brought up in the beginning, ritual sacrifice is the key of this movie, and it's strange. It's interesting, modern.
They did pretty good for it.
So they basically have a lab for ritual
sacrificing for this cult.
And then Holden. Okay, now we cut to basically Holden and Dana in the car. Dana starts thinking, I think Marty was right. We are just being puppeteered. And then boom, zombie.
Zombie comes, stabs him right in the neck too.
Stabs Holden in the neck.
Yeah.
The RV crashes into the lake.
Yeah.
Dana's
just getting her ass whooped by the big ass zombie.
When she gets on the shore.
Shore. I like how like the scientists are like all celebrating, even though like they're not all dead yet. They're like, oh, time to celebrate. And Steve, he's trying to do this whole monologue of
He's like, I don't want her to live, but I'm rooting for her.
I'm rooting for her.
It's like she has heart and soul. She's shown so much, and he's like, tequila is my lady.
He's all dancing too. It's like, because the other scientists are bringing out the tequila, the popcorn, and everything. The whole people in the lab are just partying up. I swear, bro, this movie's fun. You gotta check out this movie.
It is fuck.
It's on Peacock. Go check it out, guys. It's really this is the kind of movie if you like horror, but you want to sit down and just chill and not think about the horror, think about the horror and the comedic things. It's really good. It's like Scooby-Doo It's like Scooby-Doo in a slasher movie for some reason. It has that
We
vibe.
had Shaggy. We had Marty, who was Shaggy, basically.
We had Shaggy. We had Velma. We had Delma and Fred. We just didn't have Scooby. If you count Holland as Scooby, but he wasn't really that scared in this movie. So.
Yeah, he was kind of like more of the smart one.
Yeah, he was like one of the smart ones.
But he still hadn't figured out it was what's going on. He didn't figure out that they're being controlled.
Yeah.
That they're basically stuck in this little bubble of an area.
So
we fast forward and they're like
they're still partying and then
Steve gets a phone.
They get the red foam. I like it was a red foam.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, everyone, shut up.
Turn off the music.
And they walk and Steve's taking his time going to the phone. He's like, hello. He's like, no, everything's on good. Where we forgot the part. Okay. So he picks up the phone. He's like, all right. And he's like, wait, what do you mean that the plan didn't go all what? The plan didn't go well. Everything went.
What do you mean? We think something got rerouted.
Yeah, rewired. And then that's when we found out that Marty survived. But we passed the part when, so they have other projects, and our favorite part is when Mr. Dobak is watching the. I guess they're in Japan.
They're in Japan. They have a different project.
The schoolgirls.
They have a different project in Japan. They're trying to. It's basically the spirit that's haunting the school.
Grudge. Straight looks like the Grudge.
And all the kids are praying.
Are singing and praying.
And they get the spirit to go basically turn into a friendly frog.
A tree frog.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
fuck you.
Fuck you. He's all shaking the finger. Started laughing. He's like, Japan should not have a problem. I was like, how hard is it to kill 9-year-old girls?
The 9-year-olds won. They made the evil spirit go back into a friendly frog. But not only that, they were showing different.
They were showing different projects. Like I guess one was King Kong. Like there was a gorilla one. There was like a lava one. Volcano. I think there was like a eruption and they got saved or something. Fail. Everything was failed except for this one. And we go back to Dana and Marty. Marty just finds out that he found a secret passage.
Through the coffins that the zombies came out, and basically there's what'd you say? You brought up the zombie arm?
Yeah, the chopped up zombie. Mario was like, yeah, that's that zombie that I did that I cut up. So what you been up to? Like joking around with the whole situation. And Dana was like, you're right about the puppeteer and all that. He's like, yeah, no, like.
She's like, what is this place?
Like, oh, like this is a secret under bunker, and there's like an elevator down there. Once I put these wires together, then we're gonna go down this elevator, and we have to go all the way down until we find somewhere to get out. Yeah. So they go down the bunker. The scientists are pissed. They're like, great, now they're gonna find a secret there. Like, he's like calling them. He's like, okay, guys, you go here, you go here. He's basically getting the army ready to go get them, and then he's like, okay, do not kill her. We need her, but kill him.
Yeah, and was it through basically the elevator is not actually an elevator. It's like this box that's
it's like a box. Yeah.
And they see the werewolf. They see this creepy girl that's like a
with the mouth. There's like
it's just all teeth.
Bunch of teeth.
And then there was the guy. Looks like a Pinhead.
But
with circular saws, and he's holding a puzzle, and that's when Dana says, when we went to that cellar, and we saw that we were messing with all that stuff in there, we chose our deaths, and she's like just yelling at it frantically,
hitting hard in the
window. And it's like, was he?
Marty's just chilling right there. Marty's like, yeah, I'm just chilling right here. I just want to get the fuck out of here. Marty just wants to leave at this point. Yeah. So they finally go down. And there's like a guy with a gun, like they're ready because they had to kill that guy. They had to kill Marty, but not kill her because they need to save her for the ritual.
They're like, why are you trying to kill us? And what is it?
The zombie hand grabs him by the leg, and then Marty gets him and smacks his head hard in the back of the. I get the metal.
Kills him. Kills that guard. Gets the gun. Gets the knife. They both take off, and then they go ahead and.
There's a lady in the speaker saying that, oh, like you're ruining this. You're not supposed to be down here. You're ruining the ritual. Like you don't know what's going on around here. Like if you guys are not dead, then this world's gonna be destroyed. Like she's basically doing this whole monologue. Please understand why we're doing this. And they're freaking out.
They find a security post that they go ahead and hide in
because the squad is coming to kill them. So they run in there. And they're shooting at them.
And it's a good thing it's bulletproof.
Yeah. Well, the windows the bullets were going into the window.
Oh, it was going through.
Yeah, because they jumped down to the window. So what they did was Dana found the switches to open all the elevator doors.
And there was one button that says purge system.
Purge system. I like how they put purge system.
Purge the system, and
she's like, this rock and roll.
It basically sent out all the monsters.
They're all destroying them, eating them.
The guards are all like, oh crowd.
Shit. They're like, oh shit.
And then boom, everything comes out.
Everyone comes
Ghosts.
out. Ghosts. I think there was like a robot scorpion with a chainsaw as a tail. There was like the wolves like you just said. Zombies. I guess the purge people with the doll faces. I guess they're supposed to be invaders because later on they tape up the scientists and they're like putting gasoline on them and everything. Yeah. One guy's on fire. Everyone's getting eaten by zombies and getting killed. There was like a
Super King Cobra.
King Cobra picks up the one of the scientist women. The new guy sacrificed himself because the scarecrow. I like how there's scarecrows and they're basically just picking them out.
He grabs the bomb, the grenade. He pulls it,
blows up.
Steve goes
flying, and it's funny because Steve's like, "Oh man, no merman." And then
he finally gets his merman.
He hears,
and it's the merman.
He's like, "Oh great, really?" And he gets eaten by the merman. And Mr. Dorback, he escapes. He goes down the bunker, down deep, because Dana and Marty, when one of the zombie guys, one of the creatures like break the wall.
Oh, it was that pterodactyl.
There you go. Yeah, there was a pterodactyl.
I said dragon. Pterodactyl goes to the wall.
It's really looked like a dragon. I think it was like a pterodactyl / bat because of how the face looked.
Yeah, and it went through it was a weird mix.
It was like a weird bat mix something. Probably it's like a king cobra, not a king cobra.
No, it was like a super bat or
like
something.
a super bat or something. Man bat, probably like a man bat or something like that.
Something like that. I was like.
They go through the wall to get out. Mr. Dorback falls down to the hole, and Dana stabs him right. I like how she just stabs him right away. She's like,
he says, "Please, kill him."
Yeah, kill him.
They finally make it down. They make it down to the main.
He's basically saying, "Hey, kill Marty. Just do it, please. Just do it
for the sake of the world."
The world, yeah. So they go and they're in the tomb. They're in this tomb, and you look in the floor, the gravel, and it's the symbol of the necklace that Mr. Dorback was kissing while he was praying. I guess he was like praying for them,
like a prayer and shit. That was kind of creepy.
Yeah, that was weird. That was creepy. Yeah, right away we knew it was a cult. Right away once he was doing that, I was like, cult. I was like, once we saw the blood on the wall and everything, I was like, knew it was a cult. The lady from Defenders, the Marvel Defenders, she's technically she's like the villain, I guess. She comes out, she's like, guys, like I understand you guys are freaked out and anything, but you guys have to sacrifice yourselves because we gotta save this world because the gods down there are gonna come out and destroy this world. And Mario's like, maybe they should destroy this world and have it change. And she's like, no, you don't get it. Like you don't get it at all. Like they're basically gonna destroy everything. There's not even gonna be a world.
Yeah. And it's either we kill you and everybody lives, or you die. Or you die along with everybody else that's dying.
Yeah, and it was like so. Dana was already second thinking because she already had the gun pointing at Marty.
She pulls it up and she's pointing it at Marty.
Marty's like, "Oh wow, really?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, Dana, really? You think so?" like come on, like Marty, like it's kind of obvious, like it's also the world. He's like, "Come on, Dana, like really?" And then I guess like that's when the Wolfman comes and just like really fucking devours Dana, but she's still alive, by the way. Surprising, yeah, but she's dying. And Marty grabs the gun, trying to shoot the leader of the cult.
Yeah, and
they're fighting.
And then the zombie girl is walking.
The zombie girl with the one arm with the hatchet. She's like.
That's why at one point he's on top of the leader.
Yeah.
And then he flips over, and the leader's behind, and basically the zombie girl stabs the leader
on the head.
And then he manages to get out from under her
and kicks both of them down. That was badass.
And
he should have said, "Who's the fool now?" Man, he should have. But that would be so cash. That would be so cheesy. Who's the fool now? Yeah, it was best for him not to say anything.
And basically everything's ending. They're trapped.
So he helps Dana is getting on the stairs. Dana's basically just dead at this point. Yeah. And Mario's like, man. He's like, man, this was a crazy weekend, huh? He's like, yeah. She's like,
badass if we saw those gods.
Like for real, and they're smoking a joint.
He whips out a joint. He's like,
they're gonna die anyway, so
might as well celebrate.
Daniel was like, you know what, I'm gonna smoke with you too because fuck it. But great movie. I did not like how it finished with a cliffhanger. I did not like.
It finished
It was good.
with the tomb that they're in.
Yeah.
Completely
Just
destroyed.
The hand comes out.
And the hand comes out, and then boom, it just comes.
And it's like, Cabin in the Woods. And that's the movie. Basically, that's the movie. What do you thought about that movie? What do you thought about it? I loved it.
I thought it was pretty good. I just didn't like the ending.
Yeah, I don't like cliffhangers. Sadly, they never did a second Cabin in the Woods. Sadly,
well, the war would end it. The war would end.
Yeah,
it,
but
so.
I think if they could do a second one, they should see the aftermath.
Watch that. Well, no, they would.
Well, I don't think they would have done that. Yeah, that makes sense. Good movie though, pretty good. I just don't like cliffhangers. We know what's gonna happen because the guy hand comes out and everything. We already know. But good movie. I actually enjoyed it. Fun movie. Make sure there's no kids around watching this movie because there is some stuff. there is some nudity in here.
Yes, there is nudity.
There is some stuff on this, so watch it at your own pace. But good movie, it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Great summer movie.
Yeah.
A really good summer movie.
It's Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Summer movie.
Summer, yeah. That's what we're gonna be doing the past 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
The next few months, was it for summer?
We're gonna be rating summer horror movies. If you guys like these kind of reviews, let us know. Let us know what kind of horror movies you guys want us to check out. But yeah, for sure. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the watch. Thank you for being so patient with us. I know it's been a while since we did a video. Trust me.
We still at 97 subscribers. Please, it's free. The subscription is free. It is free to subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
We just need 3 more.
Just
people.
3 more. Yes,
3
guys.
more. We're at 97. Just 3 more people. We'll be happy to hit 100 subscribers, and then we're gonna be hitting 100 videos.
Yes.
I know I said it before. Yes, but I want to hit that point. Please leave us subscribe.
And please share the video. If you guys don't like these kind of content, share it with a family member, share it with a friend.
Leave a comment.
Let us know. Please leave the comments. Please leave a like. The likes lets us know what kind of videos you guys want. So thank you guys so much. But like I said, my name is Mr. Dark Light. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you.
Take care.